Ja. Eselt um Hilfe. Rituale stehen an.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany Siora.
I came to give our mother back to the earth, Iseld. It is high time we did, I know. Performing the ritual might help me feel less empty. Iseld, I miss her too. Did you go to Vasrigen? No. Preparing the place is the role of the Donegada. I was afraid I would not do things properly.
Gehen wir dahin? Was ist das? 260 Meter kann ich da reisen. Kurz mal gucken. Ja, das ist hier nicht komplett falsch. Oder? Ja. Einmal außenrum. Die spannende Landschaft. Hui, ein Steinhaufen. Nee, gerade nicht. Ich muss hier eine Strecke ablaufen. Schon lange nicht mehr Nacht, oder?
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Kann man da hoch? Schon, oder? Hey, ach nee, da kann man runter. Hä? Das ist ein Scheiß. Ist er doch hier irgendwo? Alter, ist das nervig. Da? Ist wohl, ne? Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Alter, ist das ein Dreck. Nein. Keinen Schritt weiter gekommen in den 12 Minuten. So ein Kack. Bin gespannt, wie ich da helfen soll. Ja, ich glaub so.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
We are approaching Vasrigen. This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
This is not their natural habitat at all. We cannot leave them here. So close to the burial mound. I don't understand what they are doing in this area. You never see any around here. They must have nested in the shadow of the burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. We cannot let these carnivores rob so close to my mother's remains.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Kann man den Morgen bauen oder was? Dass hier die Viecher auch rauskommen aus dem Boden. Und Rüben, ich habe die auch schon mal besiegt, ne?
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Nicht getroffen.
And let's go! Your honor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
These beasts will no longer trouble the peace of our queen. All we have to do now is to take care of the ceremony.
Is there anything else to prepare?
Of course. We will need some sensors crafted especially for the ritual.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, but otherwise the village artisan probably sells them. And I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will have to coat my mother's body with it before giving her back to the earth. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to prepare it ourselves. The merchants won't sell it. Once we have gathered these last items, then Isolde and I will be able to perform the ritual. I thank you for being by my side and helping me the way you are. It means a lot to me.
Don't mention it, Siora.
Muss ich wieder raus oder was? Die Rauchgefäße.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Gut, dass wir hier reingegangen sind. Rauchgefäße, sind die da drin oder was am Ende? Verstehe es nicht. Ja, hier ist nix. Ist der Quest-Tracker weg? Was soll ich machen? Ins Dorf gehen und bei den Händlern fragen, ne? Oh Mann. Komme ich da links runter schon? Ja.
Do you see anything you would like to exchange?
Kaufe ich 9 Stück.
If you want to trade again, you know where to find me. Ato on Almanawi.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Hä, ich habe eine Liste bekommen mit den... Nee. Wie kann ich diese Salbe jetzt herstellen? Muss ich zu ihr nochmal? Gott, ist das dämlich.
Shiora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
What can we do to help with the funeral?
Shiora must prepare the ritual at the burial mound at Vesrigen. And she will certainly need you.
Toll. Was war die andere Option?
Shiora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Nix.
Thanks. Goodbye, Iselt.
Wo googeln? Achso, da kann ich die bei meinem Lagerfeuer herstellen. Mal gucken. Hätte auch welche herstellen können.
We have all that we need. Let's go back to the burial mound to put everything in place.
Oh, ja, bitte direkt dahin zurückkehren.
Here we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body of my mother. We must place a censer where her head will be, and another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. And I am infinitely grateful for it. Your presence by my side means a lot to me. But only my sister and I can participate in the ceremony. This is how our ritual of the dead is performed. Do you understand?
Warum stellt sie da die Dinger nicht selber hin?
There. Everything is in place. Thanks again, Onol Manawi. My sister should be joining me soon. You should wait outside. Oh, these rituals are demanding. But they help us to say goodbye to those we love. You have been a true friend. A Karans, accepting to help me the way you did. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed. Conforming to our customs and staying by my side.
It's only natural, Siora. I know what it feels like to lose someone who is dear to you.
We should go now. It is time to return to the living.
Yeah, so, jetzt können wir endlich die Prüfung machen. Wo bin ich? Wie komme ich da hin? Oh, wahrscheinlich der kürzeste Weg. Ach du Scheiße, ich glaube, ich verkaufe aber einfach alles, ne? Mal gerade gucken, ob hier eine bessere Dings ist. Große Sense. Kann ich nichts draufschmeißen, so kacke. Komm, bin stark genug. Die wäre besser gewesen, die eine, ne? Bei ihm ist wieder. Keine Ahnung. Schnell wieder aufnehmen. Die Prüfung ist was? Was alles? Wie komme ich dahin?
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Wie? Speichern wir nochmal. Also ich soll nicht direkt kämpfen.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Ja, wie soll ich...
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Nee. Verstehe ich nicht. Habe ich den Schlaftrank überhaupt dabei? Direkt nicht, ne? Ah, hier sind Tränke. Ich nicht, ne? Muss ich erstmal einen herstellen gehen. Schön. Trotzdem verstehe ich nicht, wie ich den verabreichen soll, wenn die Tiere da rumschleichen. Beziehungsweise nicht verabreichen soll. Also. Ja, da drüber träufeln. Hey. Och Mann. Mal hier so ein paar. So. Wieder reisen. Und den Hügel wieder hoch. Kurze Spannungspause. Schnell speichern. Kann man hier auch nochmal schnell speichern?
They're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Ja, würde ich. Aber ihr müsst halt hier bleiben.
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Muss ich alleine hin vielleicht?
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsitats. They seem to be resting. Perhaps we can pass without waking them if we move silently.
Wie sieht das hier aus? Sehr leise.
Watch out, Anadai! You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Okay, und da ist ein Nadaik.
On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone bears the image of a This stone is blackened, eaten away. This stone is adorned with the etching. Here, this looks like a snowflake.
Wieder
The
nicht
snow, or
aufgepasst.
maybe ice.
Todfalle bin ich dabei Wind. Also Luft und Eis auf jeden Fall.
The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain this drawing looks like an infant. Could it... I must have lit the candles in the wrong order. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
So, als erstes Wind. Sag ich doch. Dann Eis. Dann Wasser.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Wind. Ne, Tod war noch, ne?
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Wind. Eis. Leben.
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Wind. Eis. Sonne. Feuer.
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Wind. Eis. Sonne. Wasser. Okay. Das habe ich jetzt geschafft. Jetzt muss ich nicht gegen ihn kämpfen. Hä?
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi. and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einar Mýrfryktaman.
Jo. Was gibt's noch für Prüfungen?
Bertir to mad on Almanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
Danke. Vielen Dank fürs Aufhalten.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rose and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Einar Mýrfryktaman now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Dedra, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirse. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirse. Thank you, Glinda.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlog.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas,
Ich kenne die alle, ich habe alle Aufgaben gemacht.
He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa'awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Okay, dann gibt es mal wieder Talkrunden. Alter, dass der Zeichen hier nie angezeigt wird. Doch nicht mit denen reden? Okay. Oder habe ich schon mit denen geredet, oder wie? Verstehe ich jetzt nicht. Konstantin belabern.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
Naja, wenn sagt, das
His
heilt ihn.
Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to his highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? Well, what could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Yay. Ah, jetzt kann ich auch mit denen reden. Können wir schon mal machen, ne?
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I seek Vinbar, your High King. I was told you were among the last to have seen him.
I do not know if that is true. Others most certainly crossed his path after me. But since you have helped our island, it is only right that I help you in return. The last time I saw him, we were in Dorhad Genedu. He wanted us to help him decide what we should do about you. You, the Renaikse. Dedra and Bladnid wanted us to spill blood and chase you from our lands. Ulan's words were all honey, as is his talent, and wanted us to welcome you with open arms. I attempted, as is my wont, to follow the path of wisdom, that which winds between the others. Vinbar was not convinced by any of us. He decided to turn to a far greater source of wisdom. He left us to go to the sanctuary to see Anon Mil Frictimen.
Would he still be there?
I do not think so. The Great Mind must have guided his footsteps in a direction beyond our understanding.
Vielleicht
But
finde
he
ich
would not have
Konstantin auch.
abandoned his people without first seeing his own one last time. You should go to Wenshavar. Maybe there they would know where you could find him.
Thank you, Dunkas.
Ja, holen wir erstmal den. Steckt er mir nur noch weg unter irgendwelchen Steinen.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Onegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult. Charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Folge den Kampfspuren.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many new footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only there are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Glitzerfeen.
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridger lines close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well, let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Kann ich da runter? Schade. Ja, dann gehe ich wohl mal außen rum. Das ist links rum, ne? Links. Tag.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Das klang ja relativ aufrichtig. Hier könnte ich theoretisch einen Heiltrank machen, wenn ich das brauche.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Ja. Dann machen wir den Trunk mal. Hier sind nur Aufträge. Doch, war schon richtig. So, ich brauche einen Trank gegen Verbrennungen. Jo.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Okay, 24 Stunden warten. Nee, kann ich nicht reisen. Ich kann hier nicht reisen. Ich muss den Kackfeuer oder... Na gut, schlafen. Ich höre dir den Bericht an. Komisch. Ist der noch nicht fertig, ey. Das ist so eine Scheiße. Ich verstehe es nicht. Ich habe bis zur Abenddämmerung geschlafen. Wenn ich jetzt noch mal bis zur Abenddämmerung schlafe, dauert das 14 Stunden. Quatsch. Na, endlich.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes, it's best I leave now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Mhm. Von Rebellen oder was? Toll.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Good day, Captain.
Excellency.
Falsche Taste.
I need to be going.
Bin ich da? Frage Darren. In der Tür aus, ja. Kann ich den Hochkönig leider nicht folgen und finden. Schade, wir wären ja schon längst wieder weg. Ich so eine Kack hier machen müsste. Auch nochmal Ewigkeiten laufen.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Guten Tag.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield. I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Scheiße, ja. Was ist er? Oder hat er sich vielleicht Konstantin sich auch verwandelt durch den Malekor hier auf der Insel? Könnte das sein? Ich weiß es nicht. Was ist hier für ein Labyrinth da? Oh, nee. Nee.
Katisach. Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad. To have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want, judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
Endlich ein neues Ritual.
Anatalas Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Man da durch? Was ist das? Man kommt da durch. Haha, haha, haha. Oh, kommt ihr sogar runter? Ich raste aus. Ich raste aus. So, dann gehen wir mal wieder da an. Ah, dann ist da jetzt, kommt der Teil, wo ich noch nicht hin konnte. Toll. Zack, da steht sie. Sieht aus wie so eine Ziege mit ihren Hörnern da.
Why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalas Fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegad.
Katasach is dead. Under Voshtire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoigsi. I will help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering Many Sinolmenawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
Doch nicht hier.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
So, brau den Trank, brau den Trank. Brau den Trank. Schaffe Eingeweide von den Ausrüstern. Wo? Mann. Oh, der Kack hier. Da, oder? Huch. Ups. Das hier? Nee. Oder? Wo war dieser Angriff? Nee. Scheiße, das war hier? Wo? Da? Hier eher, oder? Da. Also das ist ja wieder ein... Das ist nicht weit entfernt. Das ist so ein Scheiß. Ach, guck mal, was ist das? Vater, ich wurde als Späher am Auspost von Magasvar eingesetzt. Das Leben hier ist manchmal hart, aber die Natur um den Auspost herum ist atemberaubend. Ich werde mit wichtigen Missionen betraut. Wenn du nur sehen könntest, wie ich mich wie ein Fuchs durch das Dickicht schleiche, um die Wilden zu beobachten, die in der Gegend umherstreifen, dann wärst du sicherlich sehr... Ach, das war ein Auftrag. Ja, schön. So, da sitzt sie. Nicht anhalten. Achso, ja, da ist ein Feuer. Ich kann nicht irgendwo hin... Oh, nee. Irgendwo hinreisen. Ja. So, kann ich da hoch? Ja.
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
Vor allem kann ich da nicht wegreisen, dann muss ich wieder zurücklaufen. Oh wei, oh wei, oh wei.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Natürlich. Keiner da. Weiß alleine.
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Hm? Mach ich schön selber. Hab ich den jetzt schon gebraut? So, trifft die was? Mitternacht, jetzt wird's aber gruselig. So, einmal schauen. Ja, ich muss natürlich den großen... Oh nein. Das schon, ich muss halt irgendwo außen rum, weil ich da nicht hochkomme. Ich hoffe, die Mitte der Nacht ist noch nicht vorbei, bis ich da bin. Jetzt muss ich wieder lange, lange warten.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. The moon is high. We may start. Take your place. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfem, linqui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam. The Talugedon Velam. The Taragam Buledam. The Tataminam Reloidan. Adutalaman Contebedam and Antelam for Prague Tangom.
Oh.
Katasak! Help me! Please!
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster? Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katazakh. To save one, Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Warum muss ich ihn nicht mehr suchen?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden haired was there. And he was afraid. Katazakh protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
I know that he was headed for his village the last time we saw him. They might be able to tell me there. Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katazakh. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell.
So. Scheiße. Der Hochkönig, der wäre das natürlich alles nicht. Der hat den Rat von irgendeiner weisen Quelle bekommen. Vom Inselgott oder was weiß ich. Muss ich da mal außen rumrennen.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Wasser. Huch. Sonst habe ich doch jetzt nicht. Ah doch. Jetzt muss ich da weitermachen. Alles klar. War ich da noch nie? Oh oh. Oh oh, erforschen. Oh, 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 oh. Scheiße! Der Hochkönig ist zurück. Ja. Jo. Auf geht's, rechts rum. Gut, hier war ich auch noch nicht. Das heißt, vielleicht muss ich mich nochmal beliebt nochmal genau aufnehmen. Irgendwelche coolen Aufgaben. Was? Was ist jetzt los? Da ist irgendwas. Hä? Ich will ja nicht kämpfen, ich will das Ding einsammeln. Los! Nein! Was ist das denn für eine Scheiße wieder? Ist da oben was? Komm ich da hoch? Ja, ich komme hoch. Ach, hier ist ein... Oh. Hallo.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Na, da jetzt mal da. Ich natürlich erstmal. Bis denn bald. Also bei allen Athanoren. Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich so ein entschlossener Kämpfer sein könnte. Vielleicht war es die Angst, die mir Kraft verlieh, aber ich konnte diesem Wächter einen schrecklichen Schlag versetzen und er fiel zu Boden. Ich nutzte die Gelegenheit, um zu entkommen. Doch leider fürchte ich, dass sich die Begegnung wiederholen könnte, denn ich muss in dieses Grab gelangen und der Nadaik Magam verteidigt es unerbittlich. Ich hoffe, es gelingt mir noch einmal, mich so durchzuschlagen. Oder zuzuschlagen. Wollt ihr in das Grab? Was sind wir denn hier? Da rechts oder was? Da ist was Heimliches. Stattliche Kette des göttlichen Schutzes. Krass. Was bist du für ein Getier? Ich da runterhüpfe. Komme ich nämlich nicht wieder zurück. Auf jeden Fall rechts. Oh. Sah aber mal schön aus. Hier ist auf jeden Fall was los. Renne ich gerade hin? Da ganz oben. Ja, scheint doch jetzt alles wieder zurücklaufen. Schon mal Lager.
Speak, savage. What stops your tongue? You think someone's coming to save you? Give in. Your life is in our hands. It is time to tell us all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with.
Hier ist wieder so eine Scheiße.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us. You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out. Even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that, these monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her free.
We could wait until nightfall to set her free, and avoid fighting these scholars.
Von wegen warten. Noch nie kaputt. Außer es gibt Rufabzug.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
But I recognize this face. Lord de Sardes. What a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
These people are monsters. They just tortured a woman, and then they say hello, as if it were nothing.
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to treat her this way.
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us what we wanted. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange markings on their bodies. We call them metamorphs, but the natives call them Onolmanawi. And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. We heard talk of a cavern of knowledge. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them. And certainly all the secrets that interest us. We discovered one here, but are unable to enter.
Yeah.
This woman, she knows how to enter. But as you have witnessed, she refuses to tell us how. To know we are so close to understanding such a fascinating phenomenon. And to be able to do nothing. Let's just say it has made us aggressive.
It's extremely regrettable. Free her. We would like to have a word with her.
She won't tell you anything. Let us handle this. She will give in at some point.
Have you already forgotten all that you owe me? Without me, you would all be locked away in Duren's jails or likely even dead. I took you for sages and doctors, but you are nothing more than a gang of skin flayers. You have made me regret my actions.
It is true that we indeed owe you our lives, but all this knowledge, ripe for the picking.
No knowledge justifies treating anyone this way.
Ugh, free her now! We shall leave. Nothing more holds us here.
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renaigse are absolute monsters. But who are you? You too are a Renaigse. Why have you freed me?
We were told at Wen Shavar that you and you alone could tell us where to find High King Vinbar.
I wish I knew where he was right now. He bid me farewell weeks ago and he has not returned. I waited a long time and then I came here. To enter into the Cavern of Knowledge.
You believe this is where he's hiding?
No. But he came here often before he disappeared. I'm hoping to find answers. You saved me. And so I must help you as well. You may come with me.
Ja.
The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north.
Ja. Ja. Vielleicht auch wieder was abgekürzt. Du hast von Sprinten gehört, junge Frau. Hopp, ist das so ein Busch? Ein Buschvolk, ihr könnt doch laufen. Los! Verfolgt die Frau mich. Hilfe, sie lässt nicht ab von mir.
Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something I could track.
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means the one who shares my mind in your language. We must be reunited.
I understand. But why protect the entrance to the cavern at the risk of your own life?
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places. Only the Doneigada have the right to enter.
But you're not a Doneigad, is that right?
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. And since you have helped me, you may enter as well. Even if I am not sure I can trust you. Because you spared these people. Remind yourself that this honor is immense and show respect. I implore you.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come to defile this sacred place. How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements so many times.
Erkundet die Höhle. Los! Esse!
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he's walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself to join Enon Milfrichtemen.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, my Minundanem grew more and more distant to me. I thought at first it was due to his status. and the invasion of the Renaigse. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Mil Frichtimen. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar, why did you not share this with me?
Schnell weiter. Jo.
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind of enormous bird.
He is a Donegad, becoming a Nadaig Meneman. Vinbar was also bound to the mountain. It is no doubt the path he has chosen to follow.
If I understand correctly, the Donegada metamorph differently according to the place they are bound.
Yes. The Sinol Menawi bind them to a specific place, and in return they become the Guardians. But how could a Guardian of the Plains resemble a Guardian of the Mountains?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation? I thought it was a very slow process.
For some, it takes years. At least this is what is said. For others, it might take place the very moment where the Donegad surrenders to Enon Mil Frichtimen. I hope only to have the time to bid him farewell.
Weiß nicht, ob der nicht schon von der Macht.
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which.
Sehr gut versteckt. Weiß nicht, ob der nicht schon von der Macht irgendwie so verdreht ist.
This mural is also ancient. It seems to show a doorway into the mountain. This door appears to be in front of a circle of stone. There are 2 altars and 2 seeds.
The Donegada seal certain sacred places with root doors.
Yes, I've run into similar barriers. It's all a matter of finding the right seed. But here there are 2 that seem to be different. For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The caverns of knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Donegada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
Ärgerlich. Aber kein Master. Aber wir haben eine Donegad dabei. Die müsste das doch hier kennen, oder?
On this one we see a sacred site with raised stones. And behind the face of the volcano, we also see the path that leads there. Like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk. And the Donegada that are prepared to surrender themselves to Enon Mil Frichtimen.
Do you recognize the place where the entrance can be found?
I think so. It looks like the grotto that lies to the northwest of our village.
With all that we've learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find Vinbar. I just hope there's still enough of him left to answer us. And that Constantine is with him. And that he is still alive.
Who is Constantine? I thought you were looking for Vinbar.
I seek them both. I had hoped that Vinbar would help me enter the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu. But I learned from the Tierna Hak Kadaktus that he took my cousin.
The Tierna told you this? And so you seek to avenge him?
No. Only to save my cousin and try to understand why.
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar take your cousin? I don't understand. My head spins. I need to breathe fresh air. I shall await you outside.
Please, go ahead. We will join you soon.
That woman left in a bit of a hurry, don't you think?
Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
She did not want us to find Vinbar. Come, these caves often have several exits.
Wieder mal dumm, ne? Aber guck mal, hier geht's ja noch weiter. Pff. Jetzt auch blöd ohne Stärke, ne? Kommst du nicht hoch. Schade. Wie sieht denn jetzt hier die Karte aus? Und ist nicht mehr viel. Den Pfad in den Berg, wir müssen jetzt weiter runter, ne?
These traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah earlier.
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly.
Ja, wenn sie uns entgegenstellt, dann mir nicht zuhört. Aber kann man das hier übernehmen? Nicht jetzt? Bin ich schon falsch? Nein. Bin ich schon falsch? Nicht viel zu reisen, ne? Außerdem ist der Weg hier so schön einfach. Geradeaus runter. Immer noch weiter. Hinter den großen Felsen und rechts. Guck mal, da ist noch so ein kleiner Altar. Zurück, Marsch, Marsch. Kommt nichts mehr. Da ist halt noch dieses Dorf oder was auch immer. Nicht da hinten? Hier rechts oder muss ich immer rum? Oh, ich muss einmal rum. Was sieht eigentlich aus hier mit den Lagern? Okay, ich hab immer noch nicht alle. Das ist Dorf. Na gut, hier ist aber nichts wirklich Interessantes. Über zum Berg. So, wie viele Punkte habe ich? Ja, eigentlich -3 noch und dann -9 nur. Zu Filler. Er spricht schon von sich aus. Diese Kreaturen sind furchtbar. Als mein Kamerad und ich versuchten, eine Mauer zu erklimmen, griff uns eine dieser großen geflügelten Bestien an. Sie schwang ein riesiges Schwert und durchtrennte damit das Seil, das meine Kameraden hielt. Vielleicht hätte ich es mit einer Waffe verhindern können, aber so konnte ich nur machtlos zusehen, wie mein Freund hinabstürzte. Verflucht sei diese Expedition.
This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vimbar must have hidden the passage to the sanctuary.
Ja. Komm hier eh nicht hoch, ne? Muss hier noch mal einen kleinen Umweg nehmen. Alter Tempel.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Da gibt's kein Zurück. Sind wir hier oben? Hier ist so ein Getier. So, war einfach nur noch ein anderer Gang. Geht's dann nachher raus oder was? Egal. How does it mean you can get zurück? Wir brauchen Greed. So, dann hier rein. Hä? Ah, das ist ein neues Gebiet. Now I understand. Now I understand.
Finally, we've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the sanctuary. It can't be far from here.
Da ist der Berg. Müssen wir den Ring ins Feuer werfen.
Bloodied feathers.
I've seen some big birds in my days at sea, but none had feathers this size.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun his transformation. He will soon become a guardian of the mountains. If we want to have any chance of saving Constantine, we must hurry.
Dann steht da nicht so rum. Sondern bewegt euch.
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
Riesenfeder. Ich habe sie jetzt noch nicht gesehen.
You should not have come all this way, Renaigse. I will not let you near Vimbar.
Sarah, we must see him. We don't have a choice. We saved you. Why have you locked us in the cavern? And why do you now stop us from passing?
In spite of your friendship with these monsters, you helped me. I thought that I had to help you in return. But I learned looking at the paintings that this was madness. Vinbar has heard the calling and answered. Even if it breaks my heart, he has done what is right. He maintains the balance. No one must stop him. I am his Minundanem. It is now my duty to defend the path he treads.
His path led him to kill Katasach, and now he holds my cousin captive. I'm sorry, Sarah, but no one will keep us from passing.
Eitmo!
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
Ja, was soll ich da machen? Nix, ne?
Over there, more feathers. More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
Waren sie.
We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar must be here, with Constantine, if he's still alive. We need to find a way to get inside quickly. This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed. He knows how to protect his home. A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed.
Ja, hopp. Oh Gott, jetzt muss ich den auch noch.
And here is another
Ja.
altar. Are two seeds necessary to open
Ja,
the
das haben
passage?
wir eben schon
The
gesehen.
seed that Sarah was carrying should work.
To think that she gave her life to protect the one she loved.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work.
Macht hoch die Tür, die Tor macht weit. Oh. Noch 5 Level ungefähr bis zum Spielende. Ja, das ist ein Schlauchgebiet. Oh, König, ja, ich muss doch garantiert gegen den kämpfen auch, ne?
King Vinbar. Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it. You are too blind, too Renaikse to understand.
Leave him!
Bit of poison on the blade. Then let's go!
That's enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life.
Free him! Damn it!
Das ist auch dem Professor zum Verhängnis geworden, beziehungsweise seiner Crew, ne?
With him. Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him quick.
Keine Plünderung?
Constantine! Wake up, please! I beg you! Hang on. We're bringing you home to get you healed.
Ich hab schon. Ich hab ihm einfach kurz heute Morgen, als ich aufgewacht bin.
I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
Sonst ist hier nichts, ne?
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day. Let me...
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion, I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible? I wouldn't go that far. How is it that... What happened? Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it. And in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site. A place full of magic. I followed his instructions. And all of a sudden... What an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. It seems that Vinbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you like the others?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly, of course. I just want to understand. Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came, and started circling around me. It was incredible! I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you! Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Frictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor.
Oh, ein neuer Hochkönig. Eieiei. Das noch.
Good day, Glendan.
Wahrscheinlich muss ich den aussuchen.
Tirtomat, currents of Katasach. We learned of his death. Andevosht Tire.
Alas, his was not the only tragic loss. Your High King, Vinbar, is also dead. He was taken by folly. He went away into his mountains after killing Katasach and capturing my cousin. Nothing I could say would allow him to see reason.
Are you telling me that you were the one who killed him? Kirtonsidach. What happened? How could a friend of Katasach do such a horrible thing?
I'm sorry, but your High King did not leave me any choice. He was at the point of killing my cousin, and then he attacked me. He was becoming a guardian, a Nardaig. Perhaps it was for that reason that he lost possession of his wits.
I believe you. You have sufficiently proven your friendship. But something escapes me. Why? Why would Vinbar have done such a thing? His offering to Tiefradi does not justify what he did.
You know that I wish to see Enonmil Frichtemann, and he was the only one with the power to allow me to do so. I would not have caused his death voluntarily. Believe me, I'm just as sorry as you.
Undivorced, Tire. We will celebrate his memory as well as those of all the members of our council that have fallen. Vladnit, Katasak, and now our High King. These are dark times, but in spite of our mourning, we must elect a new High King. The children of Tiefradi cannot remain without a guide. All the more so in these troubled times. I will notify the Mal of all the clans, so that they may know to travel here.
Who has a chance of being elected, in your opinion?
Deirdre is powerful, and many clans would follow her. The wisdom of Dunkas will also attract support from many. And there is also Ulan, a clever fox who is very capable of convincing the entire world with his honey-dripping words.
Deirdre, Dunkas, and Ulan. I must convince them to help me if they are elected.
I suppose. I must begin the preparations. You must leave now.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelem seg.
Ich doch erstmal Dunkas. Das ist ja der vernünftigste.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I'm the bearer of bad news. Vinbar, your High King, is dead.
Ande vosh tire. He was a great king, and a very wise Donegad. We haven't seen him in a long time, but his memory shall be honored.
Glendan told me that you would probably be among those who would want to take his place.
I am not looking for power, but Tiefradi needs peace and balance. And I fear the other kings may want war, or be motivated by ambition. The Renaisse brought chaos with them, and our island has suffered. We cannot change the past, and chasing away those who came does not make sense. The wound is there. Refusing to acknowledge it is pointless. But wounds can be healed, and my clan knows how to do this. So if you're worried about my intentions if I were to become High King, I'll lay them out for you. We must find balance with those from the remote island and live together in harmony. But for this, we must teach the Renaisse humility and to respect the earth.
I would like to meet Enonmil Frichtemann, in order to find an antidote for the disease that is destroying my people. If you were elected, would you help me in this endeavor?
You are a Karants of our clan, and I have witnessed your wisdom and benevolence. I would be glad to help you meet Enonmil Frichtemann, and I pray that he will help your people. But you should know that my election is far from certain. The spirits are divided, and some are thirsty for revenge.
Would there be a way to make sure that you get picked?
I do not like the idea of using such a method. But yes, there is a way. The High Kings of old wore a legendary crown, said to be a gift from Enon Mil Frictamen. The one who became the first guardian is believed to have taken it with him in death. If someone were to wear it in these troubled times, they would definitely be chosen by the others.
And where can I hope to find it?
In the burial mound of the Hoi Kings near the village of Vignamri. But it is said that the path towards it is strewn with spears, and that its entrance, situated near a large dead tree, is guarded by a Nadaig Magamen. It is a deeply holy place, and the Guardian will not let anyone enter without a fight. If you do decide to go there, fill your heart with humility and respect.
Alles klar.
For those who rest there were great men.
Now we have earned the trust of one of the pretenders. We just need to find that crown.
Are you certain you are willing to influence the fate of all my people to meet Enon Mil-Frictamen?
I understand that you might find this idea unpleasant, but the survival of the whole continent relies on this encounter, Siora.
It is my feeling that you do not understand the consequences of such a decision. Everyone on the island will listen to the words of a High King.
I hope you and your allies share the same ideas. Because once the crown is on their head, we will have to follow their course.
You're right. It's a decision that's more important than our quest for an antidote. I must dwell on it.
Dann sprechen wir auch nochmal mit der. Ich weiß ja nicht. Sie müssten mich ja alle unterstützen, von daher. Wobei ihn finde ich halt am besten einfach, ne? Alle in Einklang, schön. Hier. Jetzt kommt die will, weiß ich nicht was. Will hier ein bisschen verjagen, ne? Tag.
What do you seek?
I am the bearer of bad news. Your High King Vinbar is dead.
Dead? And the first Tire. He was a good king in times of peace, but he was plunged into doubt by your arrival. He was no longer at his people's side.
Glendan told me that you would be one of those keen to replace him.
That's true. If Bloodmead was still here, I would have given her my votes and followed her into battle. But since she's no longer with us, I must obtain the title and do what should have been done a long time ago. Drive away the Renaigse and take back our island they want to enslave.
Will you drive us away too?
We will drive away the Renaigse. You are Onol Menawi. You will have to pick a side.
I see. If you were to be elected, I would need your help to allow me to meet Enon Mil-Frictamen. Only he can help us cure the Malachor.
Why should you be preoccupied with a disease striking those we want to drive away?
I have my own reasons. But you should know this is the best way for the Renaigse to leave the island of their own accord.
You have helped my people. You are our Karants as well. You can count on me to help you. Once I am the High Queen, I will lead you to the sanctuary.
You seem certain you will obtain the title.
Those who covet victory must do everything they can to obtain it. Don't you agree? The old kings wore a legendary crown, which was lost during the war against the people of the sea. Whoever were to retrieve it would be chosen.
And you know where it is?
I believe it is located in the Tomb of the Kings. A holy place not far from the village of Vignamri. I do not know exactly where it is, but it is said that the path leading there is strewn with spears, and that the entrance is marked by a dead tree, and protected by a Nadaig Magaman. Do not worry. I will find this place and retrieve the crown before the election.
If I want to be certain of the outcome of this vote, I'd better go and get this crown myself.
Anything more?
I need to be
Die
going.
holte sich selber. Das war ja anzunehmen. Da springen wir noch mit dem letzten. Helden der Kreisklasse hier.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I regret to inform you that your High King, Vinbar, is dead.
And divorced Tire. He was a great man, although he left us a long time ago. But why have you come to notify me of such sorrowful news?
Glendan has informed me that you are most likely among those who will want to take his place.
It is true, and I will perhaps be able to obtain it. I understand that you may be worried about my intentions, but rest assured, I seek only to bring peace to our lands. Peace brings life and prosperity by creating an alliance with the people of the continent. The lives of our people will be improved and happier.
There is something I would like to ask of you, if you were to be named High King. I would be thankful if you could allow me to meet Enon Miel Frichtemann.
Of course. If I become High King, I would be glad to help you. You are Karant's Vignamri after all. If you really want to make sure that I win, you will need to seek the crown of the High Kings.
What is that?
It may only be a legend, but it is said that High Kings used to wear a very ancient crown. The first guardian would have taken it to the grave. If someone were to wear it today, they would surely be chosen.
And where is the first guardian's tomb located?
Somewhere not far from here, since he fought his last battle nearby. The entrance to his burial mound is said to be guarded by a Nadaig Magaman, the path that leads to it, marked by his spears, and its entrance by a large dead tree. But beware. The Nadaig will not let you enter without a fight. Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.
Ich würde das ja gerne ausprobieren, was passiert, wenn ich das laufen lasse. Vielleicht kann ich die ja erstmal... Was ist denn das? Darum. Jetzt kann ich die erstmal holen und dann dem Glendan übergeben. Habe ich nichts damit zu tun. Das war eines der ersten Gebiete, wo ich war, oder? Wahrscheinlich. Ah, da kommen wir erstmal. Sogar noch ein... Wie ich jetzt... Ach, jetzt bin ich hier reingelatscht. Komme ich immer noch nicht dran. Naja. Gehen wir noch einen Knick weiter. Die sind auf jeden Fall respawned. Da sind die Speere, da ist der tote Baum. Tja, den Nadaig Magam habe ich schon besiegt. Zimmer in the Gruft.